Oh my God. Hello. How are you today? I am so happy that you're here. Let me explain. I saw something today and I was like, will not keep this to myself. I'm making a whole video on this. So excited. If you're new here, hi, hello. This is where the magic happens. All types of magic. Oh, and I just have to say, besides it being Monday, happy Monday. If you're watching this on Monday, happy Monday. If it's not Monday, well, happy Monday. Happy belated happy Monday. And guess what? Guess what? You're the sperm that won. Okay? I don't know if you've ever thought about that before, or if you think about it, or if you don't think about it. Now it's in your consciousness, and I want you to tell yourself this every single time that you're having a bad day. Okay, you're the sperm that won, and that's pretty incredible because if you think about the odds, what are the odds? Okay, they're pretty slim. I was scrolling, which I don't do much. Side note, I was scrolling, and there was this lady. I don't know how this came up on my For You page, but it did. Don't judge me. I don't scroll out often, but when I do, it gets weird, and that's why I don't scroll, because it gets weird. But this lady's a sperm. Why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you this? Yeah, so there's like a sperm bank, I guess, and she observes the sperm every Friday and looks at the sperm things, and some of them just are creepy. I only watched that one video. I didn't go deep on her page because it kind of freaked me out. But my point is, you're the sperm that won. And that's pretty amazing because that video is forever. Like, that video is gonna live rent-free in my brain for the rest of my days. Yeah, I'm pretty embarrassed right now because I don't edit my videos, and that's fine. All the random things that I have in my brain, we're not gonna go there. Okay, anyways, the reason why I make my YouTube videos, and if you're new here, you already know this, but I believe that there's a pandemic of loneliness going on. I believe that there's a disconnect. I believe that we're not genuine. We're not our authentic selves. We're afraid to just be ourselves. We're afraid to shine. We're afraid to say silly things, stupid things, weird things, because we're going to get judged. Or maybe we don't have enough people around us to judge us, and we're just feeling alone because, it's 2025 and everything's digital. Hear me out. I think things are getting back to normal. I think we have gotten so far down the rabbit hole. We're in the rabbit hole and we're like, I don't really like this hole. I want to go back to normal. I want to go back to 1995, playing in the woods with my friends and like gallivanting the streets and then coming home when the lights turn on type of thing. I want to go back to the type of love that is genuine and authentic because we just met each other in high school, or, we just met because we were out doing life and we met. I feel like we're getting back to that slowly but surely, and I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. It could just be me in my world thinking, yeah, I feel like it's going back to normal. But hear me out. Like, all this reality TV stuff, and I'm preaching to the choir because I love me some Love is Blind, and yes, I binge watch it. That's my binge watch of choice, along with Alien Resident. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's hilarious. But there's all these like reality TV shows with like hookup culture and like all this like crazy weird stuff, and maybe it's just me, but I was talking to one of my girlfriends and she was like, I just don't understand how this is like a thing. Like this is what we've created for ourselves. Is this okay? My other phone storage was full. I don't understand. I literally buy like the biggest amount of storage you can have on a phone because my business, like I'm a content creator and like I have to have a lot of content at hand, ready to go, and I take a lot of content, and like I was like, oh, my other phone's charging, no big deal, I'll just use mine. And then my phone was like, storage is full. It's fine, we're gonna keep going. And you know what, the beginning of this video, oh my God, I just got a message and it was like, I don't know, it said something. I didn't read it. I was just like, please God, tell me that my storage isn't full. Oh, here she is. It didn't delete. Oh, I was kind of hoping. It's kind of hoping it would because the beginning was a little weird. All right, I'm 4 minutes in and I haven't gotten to the good stuff yet. All right. I had a good ramble going. My hair's a mess today. Yeah, don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. I'm having a great day. It's a Monday. So, all right. You went through something really, really hard. And you're getting through it. And everything's going great. Or maybe you're at the beginning of going through something and you're like, this is really scary. This kind of sucks. I just want to let you know, everything's going to be just fine. You're in the right place. You're on the right video. Okay? What I like to do here is help you get through some of the hardest moments of life and some of the best moments of life. I don't want to just be here when you're going through stuff and you're like, I want Shelby to comfort me. Like, allow me to comfort you, but like also I want to be here for you for when things are really, really good. I don't know about you, but I have like a dozen friends and or peers that I know that went through the hardest end of the year. Like from November to like February for these people were like shockingly hard. I don't know what it is. I don't make the rules here. I'm just here. I guess I decided to come on earth and like break some chains and like learn things with you. I don't know. I'm just here. It's ghetto here. Kind of want to leave. I appreciate the beach, but like, hear me out. I'm just learning this stuff too. But like I said in the beginning of my ramble, is there's a pandemic of loneliness. And there's a lot of really weird stuff going on lately. Like, I feel like we're all very synced up, okay? We're synced up. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. A lot of us went through a lot of hard stuff in the beginning of the year. And you're like, whoa, I just want you to know something and hear something. Because maybe you need to hear it again and allow me to be the person to tell you again and again and again and again. And hear me out before I get started. The ADHD is kicking today. Please take time to slow down in these moments, in these days, and really appreciate everything that's going on, because I promise you, when the chaos is done, you're going to be like, whoa, why didn't I sit in that for a little bit more and just appreciate the things that I did have going on? One day you're going to look back on all the hard things that you went through last year that brought you to this very moment, that brought you to this very video. You're going to look back one day and that mountain of a mess that you went through is going to look this big. And you're going to think to yourself, holy crap, I made it. So pats on back for you. You made it. You got through that hard breakup, that hard career change. You know, maybe you lost somebody that you loved. Whatever it is, maybe you went through a difficult move, maybe you found out you had some bad news, maybe it was a health condition, maybe it was a money problem. You are going to look back one day and it is going to look this big. And I'm not making your problem small. What I am saying is all the hurt and all the confusion and all the ugliness is morphing you into a new person. And I don't want you to miss the gifts that are in the season of that. You will never be the same person as you were before that thing or those things happened. You're never going to be the same. And that's the gift that God gives us in this lifetime, is healing's not linear. Growing's not linear. Becoming better is not linear. Like, I feel like growing up, we had this idea of like, okay, by the time I'm 25, I'm going to have X, Y, Z, and I'm going to have everything figured out, and being an adult is going to be so great. And like, you know, you get wrapped up in life and then you're just kind of on autopilot. And then all of a sudden, like, here you are and you're like, whoa, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't ask for this. What is this? I don't like this. But that was God's plan all along. That was supposed to happen so you could be the person that you're meant to be today. And I just pray that you were able to take the goodness out of the not so greatness. God is morphing you into someone new. And who is that person going to be? And I pray and I hope that all the things that are meant to make you a bad person or an ugly person, or like make you not smile as much or laugh. I pray that those things are the reason why you smile more, laugh more, dance more, celebrate more, take time to look around you and be grateful more. It's so easy to be tarnished by this world. It's so easy to like let people, place, things, and situations like bring us down and change us. But I pray that whatever you went through is changing you for the better. If it was a bad relationship, I pray that you take a really good look at it and see where you went wrong and what you could have done better. And, you know, I don't know, like, what did you learn from that? I want you to go through every situation that you have been through in the past couple of years. And I want you to really look at those things and go through and be like, what could I have done better? And what did I learn from that situation? And now fast forward to where you are right now. Let that resonate with who you are. Let that breakup change you. Let that career change you. Let that move change you. Let that heartbreak make you better. Let that person passing away, let that be your reason why you wake up every single day to show up as your best person. Let that fuel you. Let that like propel you forward to be the best version of you. Yeah, I saw that quote. There was a quote today I saw, and it was like, it was so beautiful. Let me read it to you. I'm gonna read it to you. Baby doll. Okay. Oh, this is so sweet. One day, the mountain that is in front of you will be so far behind you, it will barely be visible in the distance. But the person you become in learning to get over it, that will stay with you forever. And that is the point of the mountain. Like, I feel like we always say, like, oh my God, this is happening. I don't want this thing to happen to me. Why is this happening to me? God, why? And we question God so much. And like, he never promised for things to be easy. God, the universe, whatever. Like, I'm not here to sway you and be like, oh, you need to be Christian here. Cause like, listen, I say God all the time. I say I pray all the time. I also manifest. I identify as a Christian, but I also, you know, I believe we're all one. So whatever you believe, you believe. I'm not here to like, again, I'm not here to sway. I'm just here to talk to you and like have this one-on-one conversation, whatever. Bestie to bestie. But God doesn't promise that things are always going to be easy. I'll never forget this. Oh my God. I was just adopted and I was sitting on my dock in Florida having a rough day. And I'll never forget, one of my friends messaged me back in Connecticut and she was like, I just don't understand why all these bad things are happening to me. Was it? I don't remember. I don't remember who it was. Doesn't matter. You don't even know who it is anyways. But I think that person just lost their mother. And I just lost my papa, the man who adopted me. I think I was like 6 months into living here and being adopted. And he's like, I have cancer and I have like 6 months to live. And I was like, great. Great. But in all that, I was put in a private Christian school, and I wasn't a believer. I was very skeptical. I questioned everything and everyone, and I still do. And at first I was really upset. Like, I think it'd be natural. It's only natural for someone to go through something really hard and be really upset and be like, God, what the heck? Like, this was supposed to be great. This year was supposed to be my year. Like, everyone last year was like, it's my year. And I said it too. I was like, yeah, it's my year. And it was my year. It was my year to like reclaim my voice and my power and my decisions and my home and my kids and everything. But it didn't really feel like my year, as if like, oh yeah, everything's great. And a lot of people that I know literally went through some of the hardest time in their life. Like, when I was going through it, this was a minute ago. This was a while ago. One of my friends called me and they were like, I'm just calling to check on you. And I just want you to know that I love you. And I also want you to know that like 5 other people are going through the same thing you're going through right now. So I know that you're crying right now and I know you're really upset, but like everything's going to be fine. And I was like, thank you for telling me that. And then I started crying for the other people because I was like, how dare I cry for myself? Well, all those other people are going through it too. Oh my God, what the heck is going on? But so I was on my dock. Back to the story. I was on my dock and one of my friends called me and they were like, I just don't understand how you could believe in God. Why would God do this to me? Why would God take my mother? Why do we have to go through these things? Why do I have to feel this pain? Why? And I was like, dude, I just lost my grandpa. I just lost my papa. I just lost the only person in my life who actually cared about me, which that's what I thought at the time. He's not the only person in my life that cared about me. But, you know, when you're a teenager, you're like, the only person that loved me died. You know, it was hard. It was really hard for me. But I was like, dude, we are not promised anything. God doesn't promise us to be on this earth and to not face like all these crazy things. That's life. You ever like, okay, think about a Polaroid picture. Think about a painting. Think about anything, okay? There is black and there is white and there is gray and there's this and there's all in between. You know, life happens. It's called contrast. Things can't always be perfect. Things are not always going to be perfect. And how are you supposed to enjoy a life and be high on life and enjoy the really good moments if you can't go through the bad moments and be like, holy shit, I can't wait for a good moment again? You know what I mean? There's beauty in the pain. And I hate to say that because it just seems so insensitive to be like, yeah, babe, there's beauty in the pain. And you're probably sitting there going through probably one of the hardest moments of your life. And I'm not trying to take away from the hurt that you're feeling right now. I am just saying, I am with you. And I hope and I pray for you that during this hard moment, you understand that God is not going to make everything perfect and he's not going to make everything better. And we're going to go through it and we're going to feel some type of way. And we're going to just have to learn how to persevere and find the goodness in the chaos. I posted a video the other day and it was like 5 things I do on my worst day and like through my hardest days. I'll tell you right now, I wake up every day and I get in gratitude. I get in prayer. So that way, whatever comes my way, it's like I cover myself in gratitude. Okay, if God never blessed me another day in my life, God, thank you so much, I would be happy. I'm good. Like, I'm so blessed. And he continues to bless, and he continues to bless me, and he continues to bless you. Whatever you believe in, again, if you believe in Buddha, if you believe in whatever it is, the universe, whatever, it's so good to you. So if you were never blessed again a day in your life, be thankful for the things that you have, your health, your wealth, your family, your friends. And if you don't have any of those things, well, I'm happy that you're here. I'll be your bestie. I got you. Okay? Like, everything's going to be just fine. So that's the first thing I do. I cover myself in gratitude and I feel the feelings of all the things I'm grateful for. If I think about my kids, I think about the day they were born and I just sit there and I just reminisce on their sweet cry and their sweet smile before they could talk back and like color on my restoration hardware stuff and like pee in my bed, you know. I really just go through everything and I thank God for it. The other thing I do is I give myself a hug and I tell myself that we're going to do freaking great. We got this. I'm trying to go down the list of like the things I do. I work out. I work out really hard. I try to get the anger out. I try to get the feels out, or I dance. Typically doing that, dancing all the time. Giving yourself that affirmation, letting that energy out, and then knowing that everything is going to work out for the greater good. Life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, okay? So when all these things are happening in your life, it's so easy to say, oh, it's happening to me. Oh, this person broke up with me. It's the end of the world. What am I going to do? Or this person fired me. I'm never going to work again. I'm going to be homeless on the street. And then you're not homeless. And then you're fine. And then you're fine. Because everything's fine. Everything's going to be just fine. Okay, I feel like I'm getting off topic. And the beginning of this video was like wretched. I cannot believe that I told you what goes through my mind. But if we're going to be besties and you're going to come here for the magic, like that's part of the magic. What's going to come out of her mouth? We don't know. We're just here for it. We're here for it. Oh, I read this other really good thing the other day. It's talking about like your current self and your future self. And I love this concept because people always ask me like, how did you do it? How did you go through that? How do you stay so positive? How are you so... Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, there's no secret sauce to how I do what I do. Besides being delusionally optimistic, which I 100% am. I am delusionally optimistic. By choice. Every day, I'm amazing by choice. And listen. That's kind of a cheap cop-out. Because I really am happy. I really am good. I'm like, life is good. And I want you to be this way too. Like, I don't want to just, I'm not gatekeeping this. I'm sharing with you how I do it. Okay? How do I do it? I'm delusionally optimistic. And what does that mean? That means I wake up every single day, again, in gratitude, and I tell myself, if God never blessed me another day in my life, I would be the most blessed woman on this planet. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. And I'm so excited to see what happens today. God, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay? I also don't let what anyone else says about me affect me in any shape, way, or form. Okay, people have, their opinions, and you know what we're going to do with them? We're going to let them roll off, because, like, why is it important? Oh my God, shout out to the girl who texted me the other day. Baby, you know who you are when you listen to this, because I know you listening. Okay, she texted me. No, we're going to read it together. I'm not going to call her out. I'm just going to find her messages. Hold on. Where is she? This is so funny. Shelby. I'm doing the emoji face. Shelby. She's crying. I said, oh Lord, what happened? Nothing. But people are saying I'm selfish because I want to get my lips done again and Botox. Like my friends. That's what she texted me. I said, dude, duck them. I literally said duck. My phone always autocorrects it to duck, which I like because I don't want to swear. I said duck them. Do you. If you spend your life worrying about other people, you'll have a life filled with worry, baby girl. Do you. That's what I said. I want to show you so bad. I'm going to show you. Okay. I might have to edit this out a little bit. I'm losing my voice. I'm going to die. Okay, I'm going to have to let her know. But literally, I said, girl, if you spend your life worrying about what other people think about you, you are going to have a life filled with worry. Nothing but worry. If you focus on what is wrong, more wrong is going to come into your life, and like stuff's going to get really freaking weird. Let me tell you a secret. I was on a phone call today, okay? Talking to my powerful learning experience group partner buddy, and we're talking, and that person says, okay, tell me your story. How did you get to where you are? How are you so positive? When did you wake up? When this, when that? And I was like, you want to know the whole story? I'm going to tell you the whole thing, okay? Because I can't just give you bits and pieces. I'm going to tell you the whole thing. When I was little, I wasn't always delusionally optimistic. I wasn't always this happy. I wasn't always this like, no, I lied. I was. But then life happened, and I grew up. And I was like, what the duck is going on? I don't like this. I don't like being an adult. I don't like being in this relationship. I don't like being in this marriage. I don't like what I do for work. I don't like who I'm around. I don't like who I'm becoming, even though I was always kind of this way naturally, like super bubbly, happy. I want to lift you up, want to make you feel good, spreading the good love of God, whatever. But I was like, this sucks. This is miserable. I don't like this. What are those people doing over there? I want to do what they're doing. They look happy. They look great. They're glowing and they have their outfits together. There was 2 girls on Instagram actually that I loved, and I wish I could remember their names. If I remember, I'll link them below. One girl was like a super, super big workout girl. She had 3 kids and whatever. That's every girl on Instagram. Anyways, Ashley something. I'll remember eventually, and I'll put them below. And if I don't remember. I think they're from Australia. And they were always in bright colors. And their hair always looked amazing. And their makeup was done. And oh my God, they had 20 kids. And I was like, how the duck are they doing that? They look so good. They're happy. They look great. They're glowing. They like make time for their family. They're not working all the time. But their work was actually what brought them peace and like their passion and all this stuff. And I was like, I want to be like them. So this wasn't an overnight thing. And like, when I tell you that happiness is available to you, you just have to be willing to like open up your arms and be like, yes, it's mine. Yes, I accept. Yes, I want that. Yes, I'm going to be delusionally optimistic. It's all about saying yes sometimes. Like that movie from Drew Carey, whatever his name is, where he's the yes man. I just started saying yes to life and no to things that like I don't want anymore. And then I didn't give it what people were going to say about it. I was like, oh my God, this is great. I love this. And it can be yours too. You just have to believe that it's yours. So I just went to this event, the David Bayer, the Powerful Living Experience. And it just so happened that my life coach retired in like November or something. And I was like, great timing, buddy. I needed you. But it was great because I got to learn how to cope on my own without a group and without a coach, without all this stuff. And I just so happened to be in the market for a new life coach. And one of my really, really close friends was like, let's go to this event. And we're actually sponsoring it. So we get to like be behind the scenes and like see all the stuff. And it was freaking amazing. And like, it was just so, it was so good and it was so powerful. Let me tell you something. One of the things that he teaches is the decision matrix. And this, okay, I'm naturally super happy, everything, but I'm human. I have my moments of doubt, and I'm sure that you do too. So I'm going to teach you something that's going to help you with that. It's called the decision matrix. What do we have? A brain, right? Let's just like pretend that we all have brains, because hopefully we do. But on top of having a brain, we have primal brains, which means we have a primal state of thinking, which is typically very negative, and it tries to keep us safe, and it doesn't keep us safe anymore. We don't live in like 3 BC or like whatever timing we needed that primal monkey brain to work. So what's it doing? It's keeping us in a state of lack and fear and all this stuff all the time. And typically the thoughts that we have are not positive, they're very negative. And there's only 2 states of being. There's a powerful state and a primal state. So our primal monkey brains are keeping us in a primal state of being, which is keeping us stuck, which is why all the things you want, XYZ, seems so out of reach, because we're believing that we don't deserve them, or they're not ours, or whatever the case is, whatever it is that you're feeling. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. He'll never love me. I'll never meet the perfect man. I don't know. I'll never be a millionaire. I don't know. Whatever it is that you're thinking, whatever it is keeping you in a primal state and not in a powerful state. And it's not, these things in life that we want are never going to be ours if we don't make the shift, okay? From primal to powerful. So he taught us the decision matrix. So write down whatever it is, or think about it, whatever it is that you're like, man, I have like this limiting belief around XYZ. I'll share my limiting belief with you, even though I don't really want to, but I'm going to share it with you because you're 25, 30 minutes in, and it's only fair that I give you what my limiting belief is. But my limiting belief as of recent was, oh my God, no one's going to love me and my 3 kids like they're their own. And no one's going to want a woman who is like, you know, I'm not low maintenance. No one's going to want a high maintenance woman with 3 kids, and who's going to want to marry that and make a life with that? Like, oh my God, it's too much. We're too much. I was told that you're too much. You have too much baggage. You're not enough because you're too much, and no one's going to want that. So just like give up while you're ahead and just be single forever and cry about it. Okay. I was literally told that in a nice, not so nice way. And that thought, and that like ugliness kind of lingered for a little bit, and I went through the decision matrix. And so what you do is you say, okay, there's that ugly thought. What is the complete opposite? I am worthy of all that and a bag of chips and maybe a Louis. Okay, I am worth all that and some, add tax, like triple tax, like California tax. Okay, and then you write down the evidence. The evidence is whatever. And swear to God, at that event, I met like two people who were like, yeah, I have a wife and we have 2 kids together, but you know, all together we have 6 kids and like everything's great and she's like the best thing in my life. I met so many people, not even 2 people. I met like a literal handful of people at that event alone that were like, yeah, this is our situation. And it was like almost identical to mine. And then I thought about all the evidence of the people that I know in my life who, you know, met their wife when they had, or significant other, the wife, when she had 3 kids, and they have a beautiful life together. So whatever it is that you're thinking that isn't possible surely is possible. You just have to switch your mindset into thinking, it is mine. I do deserve this. I am worthy of this. I am going to get it, because like, why would I not get it? This is my life. And why would I not get that? Okay. People want to keep you small. Your mind wants to keep you small, and we're just not doing that anymore. What you went through last year, let that teach you. Let it be your teacher. Don't make the same mistake over and over and over again. Pick up your boots, baby. Like, put some lipstick on. Get your hair done. If you're a guy, shave your face. Like, get a nice suit and like, believe in yourself, okay? Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself and you don't love yourself, nobody else will. And if you're not delusionally optimistic about your future and how things are going to go, no one else is going to do that for you. No one else is going to be like, yeah, you got this. You need to do, maybe your mom, maybe your aunt, maybe your angels, but like, you need to be the person that believes in you. If you don't believe in you, no one's going to. Like, nobody. You might have a really great group of friends, but like, you need to believe it for yourself, because your thoughts become your reality. And the reality is you are worthy of it all. You are so loved. You are so divinely guided. You're everything. But it's not until that you believe that anyone else is going to see that. Okay? I feel like that's all I have. I went on and on. I went on a super rant, a super ramble, but I know without a shadow of a doubt, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you live. I don't know what you went through last year. I don't know what you're going through right now, but I have a feeling that whatever you went through, you were through it. Who's calling me? You're through it. And things are about to get really, really good. They've been really, really good, okay? And the last thing you need to do is hyper focus on who you are and where you're going, and anything that does not align with you, your values, your boundaries, your standards, your worthiness, it needs to go. Because we are not taking anything else into 2025 that doesn't align with what we want for our future. You need to let it go. And the things that happened, I have a feeling, made you better. Okay, I know for a fact it made you better, stronger, happier. You're like, whoa, I know my worth. Okay, like, I'm not gonna have you tell me that I'm worth nothing, because that's not true. If you got fired from a job, thank them. Thank you for firing me from that job so I could do the thing that I was actually meant to do. If that person broke up with you, say thank you, because there's no way in absolute hell I could live with a person like you for the rest of my life. Thank you for teaching me how to love myself again and again and again and again. Okay? If it's a move, say thank you, God, for this new place, because this is where I'm becoming my most powerful, unstoppable self. Okay? Whatever it is that happened, it's over with. Collect the evidence, collect the goodness from it, the lessons, whatever it is that you need to take from it, and smile, because it's over and you got through it and you did it and you're here, and things are about to get really, 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 really good. And I want you to believe that. Every single day, I want you to wake up and be like, I am so thankful. I am still here. I have the air in my lungs, and we're going. and we're going full speed ahead, and nothing's going to stop us. I want you to think about 3 things that you're taking with you still along in this journey for 2025, and 3 things you're leaving behind. Think about it. Just like give it a good little thought. Okay, I'm gonna go. My lunch break is over. I spent my whole lunch break. I'm being super strict with my days. I'm trying to bulk, TMI, you don't need to know, but I'm telling you, trying to bulk my content for my companies so that way I could hyper focus on driving more traffic. You don't need to know this. I'm just telling you because I feel like it. But I'm like, okay, I need to be on a strict schedule, super, super strict schedule. So at 12, I'm going to make a video, and I used up all my time for y'all. And I'm so happy I did, because I know that this is going to find the right person. And I know that if this found you, like you were like, oh my God, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear what you had to say. I'm no longer going to look back and be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. It happened. And thank God it did. Because like life has never been better, and we're good, and we're happy, and we're moving on. And I can't wait to hear about all the things that are going to happen in your life because you let that go. I can't wait. I'm so excited for you. You are so loved. I'm so happy that you're here. Okay, there's going to be more videos that pop up. There's probably going to be less of a rant in these other videos, but like sometimes the rant is good. Sometimes good things come out of rants. And you know what? If you drive a lot and you need a good rant, allow me to be that person, okay? You are so loved. I'll see you in the next video.